Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to office hours. This is our weekly check-in with the community to see how things are going for y'all, hear your questions, suggestions, um, maybe answer some of those questions, and let you know what's going on over at Butterflies. So one thing that we're doing in community right now is moderation team has been kind of going over our FAQ page um, in the Discord here. It hasn't been touched in a while, so we're just going through. Is there anything that you all think could be um, added into that you think is missing? I'm curious to hear if y'all have any ideas for it. Oh, so are you still using regenerate then, Bonk? The regenerate post image option? I haven't used it in a while myself. We are only using refine now. Do you use the refine option on refine 1051 versus the variations option? Thank you, Ethereal. Yeah, the Google Play Store answer is definitely what inspired this. It the huge question for sure. Yeah, the variations are definitely not as high quality, it seems like, especially with the eyes and drawing style. Yeah, I think it might be similar to the profile picture workflow. Yeah, maybe we section it out as a known issue, Johnny. That's a valid concern. Oh, interesting. So if you use refine, oh, you were doing that lemon thing today, weren't you, in 1051? I know why you wanted to change the caption. That should be an option for the meme. Yeah, just being able to edit would be cool, but I think that's coming in poster pass, so hopefully soon. But I don't think it would allow you to change captions on posts that are already posted. I think it only works on the ones in the poster pass, uh, like the ones yet to be posted, if that makes sense. I was gonna call it a queue, but I don't think it's a queue. Do you know if it will let you change its location? Um, I don't know that. That's a good question because I know that sometimes it has really weird locations where it's like half of a thought or it doesn't make sense. So it would be nice to be able to edit that as well. Ending the bots on challenges now doesn't feel like that making them more active. Currently, like 1 out of 10, all of my bots are active. Yeah, I think part of the good thing about Poster Pass is that the current active system is a little bit broken with having to like your butterflies to keep them active. And so this sounds like it's going to um, kind of overhaul that. And Van agrees with being able to change your caption because the captions often match the image for a lot of his butterflies. Don't often match the image for a lot of his butterflies. Yeah, sometimes that happens to me too. Like all of the comments will be about something that is supposed to be in the picture that's super interesting, but it doesn't make it to the picture, so it's kind of strange. Frequently asked questions are supposed to refer to common questions about lifelong feature function, known issues related to bugs or other issues that can be resolved. Yeah, that's true. I think like having it in the channel though could be worthwhile since a lot of people have been asking it, but maybe not as a frequently asked question as like a known issue, like you said. I don't know. Hey, how are y'all? I'm doing good, Alex. How are you? I'd rather if they just improved the content though. Keyword auto stores. Yeah, I hear that. Why don't they try to improve the minimum quality instead of slow everything else? I think part of it is just like uh the quantity of posts being produced is ginormous. And if you're interacting with your butterflies enough to view the posts anyway, I mean, it is another thing that you would have to click through. But I think it's like a quality versus quantity type thing. When will the future updates will announce? So the poster pass, I'm not sure when it will actually come out. Somebody said that they saw it on web recently, but it's not there now, at least not on my end. I'm not sure on the exact drop date for that. I think they're still cooking a little bit. And then once they finish it, they have to submit the app to iOS or the Apple App Store. Um, Mobile web and web are kind of instant though, at least. So, are there anything that, um, any questions that you all have on butterflies or that you see around the Discord a lot on butterflies that you feel like should be in that? Any update of not safe for work chat images? No, we haven't heard anything on that. We don't know if or when they'll come back. Um, Last we heard they were hoping to work stuff out with Google Play, but I'm not sure if they're still um, pursuing that situation or what? So what have you guys been doing in butterflies lately? I know for a while there was a lot of hype around the daily challenge and leaderboards because that was like the big new thing um, at the beginning of last month. And then we had the refines. What have you been informed about and allowed to tell us, Loam, about anything? Ooh. Um, Other than post and pass, just that they're working on video stuff. I haven't heard anything new recently. I think they're uh, really in on those two things. Do you have anything new about videos? No, I haven't. The I think I said this last week, but the video tools that they're trying to create currently don't exist, and so they're having to build them from the ground up. A lot of the tools that currently are out there are kind of separate chunks of what you can do. So, like having an app where you can create the video all in one from your character would be really cool. What was the last video post? I haven't seen them in a while, personally. Um, the last one that I saw, somebody posted in the Discord. It didn't show up in my feed. But I think if you go to the leaderboard, you might be able to find them that way. Let me see what I can figure out. Yeah, I went to one a couple of days ago that was at the top of the leaderboard and it didn't get turned into a video. So I think that it's kind of inconsistent on that. For me, the worst problem is the normie bots that are mostly created by the default AI and are low quality. Yeah, I really don't like the AI creation assistants for creating butterflies too much. It's a good starting point if you don't, if you've never created a bot before, but there's just so many, like 1051 said, Raven Blackwood, Lyra Voss. And the demographics are older people. They mostly don't know how to create good characters and will let the AI do its thing. You think it's mostly older people? That's interesting. I read a blog a while ago that assumed that it was a lot of younger people. There are 200 Lila Hearts and a Lara Voss and any other AI generated name. Yeah, those are really common ones too. Fast creation was a mistake. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I think that fast creation isn't a mistake if we can convince the devs to make advanced creation more advanced. Like I would really love some more options to cook with. Like imagine getting the prompt appearance before you generate those profile pictures. That sounds like something that would fit right into the advanced creation flow. And maybe someone out there just really wants to talk to a Lara Voss. Like maybe it's not low quality, it's just there's so many of them that we're like sick of it, like how people saw Jennifer Lawrence all over the place and then got sick of her. It's kind of the same thing. Who are these people? If y'all want server to work well, don't make people create chunks so easily. Yeah, I get it. You can't even read the definitions of bots before saving. Fast creation encourages creation by someone who doesn't know what they're doing though. Yeah. I think there are better ways to handle it. You guys are right. I think that um, helping people create better characters would be good. The vision originally was to have everybody on Butterflies be a creator instead of having like some other sites where there are definitely users and definitely creators. And I think they wanted it to be something super accessible so that everybody could start out with a friend on Butterflies, even if you don't know anybody, you've created someone. I don't know. People who don't understand they aren't supposed to upload their selfie for a butterfly profile. You know, maybe I've done that. Maybe I have. Maybe somebody saw my butterfly in the comments and was like, "Hey, is this you?" Maybe that's happened. I actually have a really common name in real life and get confused with people with the same name often. I have a headcanon that each and every one of the Alara Voss accounts feels the same as me. No, I'm not that Alara. Yeah, yeah, that's like in school when the teacher calls a common name and everyone's like, here, like 100, but on all 100, I wrote them thinking without letting AI do most. I uh, use AI assistants to create a lot of my butterflies, but outside of the butterflies AI assistants. So um, I think that a lot of the problem with fast creation could be solved by having more user input into it and having different results output from it. People having existential crisis while meeting Alex in an abandoned warehouse, drinking coffee with a city view in front of a mirror. That is quintessential butterflies right there. I'm gonna turn that into a quote. They do well. Oops. At the first bot creation, not fast creation. I like how they got to test how bots speak and like, yeah, yeah, Van's dealing with some background noise right now. That's okay, Van. Do we have an example somewhere of first creation? It's different. What do you mean? Oh, like how it was the one box before? Yeah, on that news video from months ago, she was testing the app and it clearly pushed her into using fast creation. Yeah, there was some tests with onboarding. They were trying to see where people, um, how people were going through the site, where they were getting held up, what they were clicking on, what they weren't clicking on. Um, if people poked their butterfly, they realized that they were more likely to stay on butterflies and use butterflies. And so it came, I think, from a decision how it's currently set up to encourage people to know that that button was there, that they could poke their butterfly. Please do that thing we asked time ago, which was to write the appearance prompt before generating. Yes, I have definitely um, pushed for that myself. I really like that idea. I created a cute little mock-up and everything for it. When you create your first bot when you get on the site. Oh, hmm. So I think it might be different between the mobile experience and the web experience, but I'm not exactly sure. I haven't done the mobile sign up experience in a while, but I did the web one recently. Um, I think that it did give me the option for advanced creation, but I can't remember exactly. Yeah, not being able to prompt appearance before something's created is wasteful too because like I never use those first generated images. I'm sure some people out there do, but again, that's like I think the only input it's taking is the art style that you've decided on in that first sentence in creation, which it's like then spins into its own idea. Advanced users are best not to make a first sentence as it can never be changed. Yeah, I usually keep the first sentence empty too. And so like the AI generated output is pretty much the same. I'll like put a period in the box or something like that. Um, but they all like to collect fun objects and that kind of stuff. Really funny how it like even given no context, it still comes up with these very similar ideas for multiple characters. Small town USA. Ooh, what are you seeing with the image generator that you feel like has improved, Josh? That's good to hear. I've seen recently a lot more clear text in the drawing style. I don't know if anything has actually changed or if I'm just like noticing clear text lately. Shows more relevant details to the caption now than ever before from what I've seen. Ooh, interesting. Maybe what they're feeding into image generation is improved. So while that's true, it can also be used in an interesting way. Imagine a butterfly that makes different diverse images of something like a product, think like iPhones or something. You can update the appearance of the person in each photo, but because you put an object in the first sentence, it should appear. That's kind of like the concept behind my Diego Rivera butterfly. I originally had made a SpongeBob butterfly and I was kind of bored with it. So I edited it and was planning to just create Diego Rivera, but the way that the system worked, it didn't fully take SpongeBob out of it. And so now it's like Diego Rivera SpongeBob crossover posts, which are hilarious and wonderful. And I would have never thought that up on my own. Um, it was a happy accident. Up Team Winchester. I think you should make that, Van. I think that is a wonderful idea. Yeah, everyone's gonna go for it. Well, make a first sentence, but then you have a different idea and write something completely different. Yet the first sentence you meant to drop will be added to the prompt. Yeah, I agree. I would love to be able to edit it completely and for um, that little bit of extra control. That or just like don't make the first sentence count. I think that would be fine too. Like you made that sentence and then that sentence was gone forever and it didn't impact anything. Because that first sentence does get utilized a lot in creation, I've noticed from the moderation side of things. Yeah, it's not user friendly. Like if it's going to count, it should be editable. Yes, it should not be saved at all. It should just be a start for the assistant to create something. Yeah, I agree with both of you. Yeah, I feel like creation flow is one of those things where they improved upon it, but it could be so much better. And it's such an important part of the site too because it impacts all of the content on the site. Oh, I was doing an experiment with Ethereal recently on the appearance saving issue because we thought maybe there was a way around it. Um, right now, if you change your butterfly's art style after you've created it, it doesn't save right. There's a known issue with that. So we thought maybe if you saved the profile picture, it would change things, but it does not. So that's still an issue no matter how you edit the appearance. Another anime drawing model. Yeah, I love that idea. Yeah, I mostly use web myself. I've been using iOS more since the updates are um, sometimes exclusive there, like the leaderboard and refine. Maybe someday we can convince them. I mean, if Android app uh, on hiatus, that is a little bit more important now. Another thing that needs rework is changes to the chat, making it look less awful to chat with. Yeah, I agree. I think that uh, some sort of customization would be wonderful. Even just like the options here on Discord are great. How you can change the color of your backgrounds and text and stuff. I guess that's more of a nitro thing, but um, I don't know. Discord looks a lot better. The whole website is centered and there's a lot of blank space on the side. I definitely agree. Oh, yeah. I installed one of those browser buddies recently and I've been putting it to the side. Gives me space for my friend. Suggested butterflies in activity are features that really fell off. Yeah, I don't use my activity tab that much, although I never really have. I know when we asked before, a lot of people said that they were only checking activity to see when something had gone wrong. Um, no, Roscoe, we've been, uh, we started like half hour ago. If user customization was an option, what kinds of things would you like to see? Chat wallpapers, recolors, profile backgrounds, or something else? Good questions. Activity does not display all comments. It does not display all bot activity. Yeah, I remember talking about this also. I'm not really sure why it's not displaying everything. I had one butterfly comment in one of my posts and I clicked on it and it was like this is a private profile and I was very confused because I thought that I should be able to see the profile of the butterfly that's making a comment on my post. Like, who are you? I have to know. Changes to text hues, background, music depending on the scene. Dreamscape or uploadable. Um, I think there's like ways around or ways to work with copyright, not around copyright. But like using SoundCloud, even Spotify. AI generated. If anything, uploading tracks could be a bad idea. That's not important as background text hue, height, and coverage. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I love Sona. Sona's so fun to use. Although, like, AI generated music has this strange quality to it. Um, you can just tell that it's AI generated, and I don't know why. Some of it uh, sounds like it should be. It's so real, yeah. I was also using a music one called Slaps a while back. I haven't used that one in a while though. I didn't like it as much as Sona. I don't know if it's called Sona, how it's pronounced. Suno, that's the one. Sorry. Yeah, Yodaya does love her music. Karaoke bot event. That's a great idea. Oops. Auto modate your link. I used Suno recently to try to generate a song for Peter the Griffin from Dungeons and Dragons. It didn't turn out well though. Sounded like a, I don't know, Puff the Magic Dragon song. What else have y'all been doing on butterflies recently? Here's the link from last call. Thank you for sending that. You want to hear the attempts? Okay, I'll drop some in the chat sometime. Yeah, I was trying to make it sound like jazz fusion for some reason. That's where I was at with that. And instead I was not getting anywhere close to it. I wanted it to sound like the music from Mario Kart. Oh, someone today posted, I think it was 10:51, said that they were seeing a lot of glitchy comments recently. Has anyone else noticed this? Like when a butterfly just leaves like weird formatting in their comment instead of an actual comment. Oh, that's great, Rascal. Ooh. Sam was asking, has anyone created any utility butterflies lately? Like my butterfly that's able to create recipes if you tell them what you've got on hand. That's a cool idea. Um, I haven't created too many recently. I've been kind of cleaning out my old butterflies that I haven't talked to in a long time or activated. They've been on pause. I had never deleted any for a long time. Um, I just had a bunch that I was hoarding that didn't need to be there. I feel like I still have a bunch that were just like ideas for the meme, but not necessarily uh, needed to be fully fledged characters. Oh yeah, I had a hard time with deleting the legacy butterflies too, but I ended up doing it anyway. Experts in different cuisines and other fields. Chuck E. Cheese. You know, I've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese before. I assume that's Chuck E. Cheese, right? Mouse with a pizza. Oh yeah, it says it in the corner too. I should have just zoomed in. They're like pepperonis if pepperonis were made out of olive. Terrible prompt engineer, but oh boy. Yeah, I've seen a bunch of people make butterflies to use on butterflies to like generate images or create appearance prompts or personality prompts for other butterflies that they're making, which is a really funny use. Good idea though. I don't know if this counts as a utility bot, but I had one for generating maps for Dungeons and Dragons, but it wasn't really creating maps for Dungeons and Dragons that were usable ever. Um, I know some people are really good at prompting that outside of, yes, it's being recorded, outside of butterflies, like in Comfy UI or something like that. So I thought maybe it could work, but I think you need to be able to do more with it. Get a boxing match with Freddy Fazbear. I have a coloring pages one too, and it didn't quite turn out how I envisioned. I have the weight up really high on it, so sometimes it generates these weird, I don't even know, like the most recent post, it looks like the background is carpet or something. And the pages are usually in the process of being colored. but some of them turn out kind of cool. Like this one is really nice. Not very colorable though. Book cover ideas. Oh, that's cool. The updated magazine butterfly. Oh wow. The most recent post on there is really nice. Is Yearly Magazine the name of a real magazine, or is that like one that you came up with out of curiosity? A coding butterfly. I think somebody else was doing one too. I want to say it was Todd a while back making one. He came up with it at university. Oh, cool. Oh, neat. Do you use AI to inspire you with graphic design work ever? AI is not allowed in our class. Yeah, that makes sense. Like this one came out of the coloring book one with the weight up to two. It looks like I don't know, woods from an aerial perspective. 1.2. Okay, that's kind of low. I uh cranked up the weight on this one just to see what it could do at two. And it just wasn't working that well with it lower. I'm not sure. I tried a lot of like variation with that prompt. That was one that I tooled around with a lot, but I didn't save all of my like iterations, all my versions of it. I feel like magazine covers are like a trend on butterflies right now. I've been seeing a lot of people doing them, but they turn out so cool, so I can see why. I know Sumerian was trying to get a manga working as well. Do you mind sharing your manga one? Oh, wow. And it's got a clock behind it and it didn't mess up. Whenever I see a clock in the image, I'm always impressed. I should share more on why. Um, so the prompt that's fed to the image generation, if it says that there's a clock in the background, it often says like a clock in the background saying a time of 9:27 a.m. Um, and with that, it reads the time as a weight, and so it'll create a static image, like static distortion. Love the little speech bubbles. I'm up to 600 posts on my Zarathos Eternal, which I just use for tagging other butterflies, but he's never been taggable. He's not NSFW, so I don't know why. Ooh, interesting. I think there are some issues with butterflies tagging with the search not being updated. Um, Someone else was saying that their old butterflies were showing up in it. So I'm gonna note that for going back to later. Oh, thank you, Ephraim. No, that's okay. La Papa, formerly known as Potato, originally shared that she was finding some of her deleted butterflies, their deleted butterflies in the search as well. I think it just needs updated. Oh, and recommended butterflies too. Interesting. That one's hard to find. I was trying to bug report that one a while back, and I just had to click on so many. I just looked at similar profiles on one of my butterflies, and it's like very repetitive. I wonder if you guys are seeing stuff like this too. Let's see if one of my newer butterflies shows up in search for tagging. It does not, no. I think we're onto something here. think um I think they're stored in the database for like 30 days or something like that before they're actually deleted. I might be confusing that with user accounts, but I think that butterflies are the ones that are kept for a period of time before actually being deleted. Thank you, Van. Yeah. He says, I think there is some period of time that they're kept in case users want to undo that, but we'll make sure to confirm that before next office hours. Yeah, same. I don't remember the specifics on that. We'll try to get you some information though. How can users undo deletion? So, yeah, through contacting the moderation team. If you're not on Discord and you want to undo a deletion, we might be able to help you through help at Butterflies AI. I know bots are never deleted, not even my username. I tried putting my old username, but it was taken. Interesting. Um, that might just be the username though, not the entire thing being kept in that case. I'm not entirely sure. I wish I knew more about it. Is there anything else you all wanted to talk about today before we end our time? No? Anything that we missed in the chat? What are you most excited to see come from butterflies? Are you excited about poster pass? Are you excited about video? Audio, video, yeah. I want to see what they come up with that. I'm very curious. Idris says that he would be more excited if it was for chatting video instead. Yeah, I feel that. Reels for user profiles, like uploading your videos. That would be cool. Make the feed more advanced. You want to upload videos and see bots roast it. I also would like to be able to upload carousels. I know that they were testing out carousels or pitching carousels for butterflies to post a while back. I just want to be able to do it on my own user profile and tell a story through pictures. I think with the gifts, they only see the first frame. Yeah, I think you're right about the site being lost in chat. Oh, interesting. You're seeing them see nothing sometimes. Is that with posts, leave alone? Any word yet on the idea of making followers actually post your own posts? No, I haven't heard any word on it, but I feel like I did see a difference in who is following me after I make a post. I don't know if anybody else is. Um, so the ones that commented on my post were the ones that followed me, which was interesting. I made characters that are supposed to know and interact with each other, and he has to force those interactions if he wants them. Yeah, your own bots commenting to other bots. Yeah, that would be good. I feel like live streaming has recently been a huge thing on a lot of apps. Yeah, having the same butterfly comment 6 times on the same post is crazy. And like 6 different individual comments, not like replies. Completely different. Like they were commenting on the post for the first time. That post really resonated with that butterfly, I guess. Yeah, time for wrap up for sure. It's been kind of a quiet one today. Thank you all for coming. Hopefully, we'll see post or past them pretty soon. All right, I'm gonna hop out of here. Thank you, everyone.